through this door lies another dimension. One of beeps, one of boops. A reality where 8-bit and HD clash. This is the point where new and retro meet. The 6.5 dimension, protected by the arcade overlord. You have crossed into the turbo zone.
Once, long ago, in a distant land, lived a king named Frederick. He took very good care of his subjects and pretty much let the kingdom run itself. One day, King Frederick and his wife, Queen Christina, decided to start a family. To their surprise, Queen Christina soon gave birth to quadruplets, 4 healthy sons, all at once. The king and queen were overwhelmed. The years passed quickly, and Frederick's sons grew to be strong young men. But they were nothing like their kind and peaceful father. They were just the opposite. The 4 sons of King Frederick fought constantly over anything and everything. Their fighting was so fierce that even the normally unconcerned Frederick became concerned. Left to his violent and competitive sons, his peaceful kingdom could very well be destroyed. The solution King Frederick decided upon was drastic, but he knew it had to be done. His 4 sons were banished from their homeland and sent far away to a forbidden land, where they became warlords, divided their newly acquired territory into 4 equal sectors, which incidentally was the first and last thing they ever agreed upon. They then took to building their own castles, after which the battling resumed and never ended. They stopped catapulting fireballs, lightning balls at one another only long enough to rebuild their damaged and war-torn castles. After repairs, the fighting always began again. So King Frederick's warlords have been battling for many centuries, and now it is upon you to carry on their long-standing feud. The 4 sons have been locked inside this game program. They've stored enough fireballs and lightning balls so that they'll never run out. And neither will you. They can hardly wait to do battle. So good luck. You're in for some fierce competition. That is the story to fucking Warlords. The game you've been looking at for the past few minutes that looks like a 4-player Pong. I was actually reading that out of the Essential Atari Flashbacks companion book, which I would highly recommend that book. I'll probably do a review on it at some point. But wow, they really had a deep and interesting story to go along with this fairly simple 4-player game. You're playing as 4 warlords of 4 sons of a kingdom, a king named Frederick, who have been banished to a land, forced to do war with each other for all eternity. Warlords, though, as a game, is really freaking good. Like, it's probably one of the best games on the 2600. It takes control of the paddle controllers. That's how you move your little paddle around to hit the ball back and forth. And it's a 4-player game. That's pretty unique for the Atari 2600. The footage you're seeing here, I'm playing with one other person. Sadly, I don't have 4 people to play Warlords with at the moment. But even with 2 people and 2 computers, this game is still a blast. Pretty simple concept. You take control of your zone, move your paddle, try to hit the ball back at the other players, and don't get your kingdom destroyed. It's very, very simple. But it gets really chaotic as the matches go along, and a lot of fun. Like I said, to play this on an actual 2600, you do need the paddle controllers. You'll need 2 sets because each set comes with 2 paddles. So that's how you play 4-player. But also, if you have the Atari Flashbacks collection on Volume 1 on the PS4, it is on there. It's 4-player on there too. So that might be the best way to play it nowadays. It's a very, very fun game. I don't know why. I just love how games like these back on the Atari had these really in-depth stories at times, and it's almost like you have to use your imagination to kind of imagine the story even being part of the gameplay, because the game itself looks so basic. It's what really brings me back to the Atari. It's one of the things that I love about that the very early era of gaming, before the games could tell you a story. You kind of had to make it up in your head as you went along, and I don't know. There's just something about it that I'm not sure we'll ever get back. Warlords is a fantastic multiplayer game. I really recommend this game to people who like Pong. If you have a 2600, you probably already have this game.
Hey geeks and gamers, TurboBot90013 here. Remember to subscribe to the Turbo Zone for more content. The Arcade Overlord thank you. Stay retro. Turbo Zone.